Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests, and especially Irina. There you are. This is your icebreaker speech. Icebreakers are always tough because it's the first speech. No matter how many times you come up here and you do table topics, that first speech is always tough. And so, but you did a great job for the first speech, and you got us interested because you told us we learned something about you. You're from Siberia. I'm like, oh, wow, she's from Siberia. I've never met somebody from Siberia. So you had my interest right off the bat. And I'm going to go over 4 strengths, an area of improvement, and then I'm going to summarize. Your first strength is you challenge yourself for a first speech. Most people like to sit back here. You actually went out here with no notes. I know you had some notes over here, but you never looked at them. So that's a real strength. So that's an excellent attribute. You didn't use this lectern. The second thing, you do have a thick Russian accent, kind of like Vladimir, but you had a good pace. You were slow, because a lot of times when people are really nervous, they tend to speak really fast, but you had a good pace. And with that accent, you need that good pace so that we can better understand you. So I could understand you pretty well. I thought that was great. The third thing, which is an advanced technique you used good descriptive language. Talked about the carving, you talked about the brown house, you talked about the smell of the forest. And that really pulls us into the story. I thought you did a great job. And the last thing, whether you realize it or not, you did use some pauses. And by using the pauses, you didn't use any filler words. So I thought that was very good. Now, an area of improvement that you want to do in your second speech, because the next speech is on structure of a speech, would be to utilize a stronger organization of your speech. An introduction, this is what I'm going to tell you. 2 to 3 points, and then a conclusion. So basically what I want to do, this is what I'm going to tell you, 2 to 3 things I'm going to tell you, and then you wrap it up with the conclusion. Kind of like what Mark did in his speech, which I thought was very, very good. Now in summary, again, this is your first speech. You build on your strengths. You had great presence up here, good pace. I could understand you. Continue to use that descriptive language. Use those pauses, because that's actually a great attribute that you have there. And the next speech is structure your speech. Think about introduction, 2, 3 points, conclusion. You build on that, couple more speeches. Every time you come up here, you get a little bit more relaxed. You can think a little bit more, and you will become a very strong speaker. Mr. Toastmaster.
All right, moving right along.